Okay. Alright. I'm gonna give it to you straight. This is the thought criminal here, and here's my dangerous ideas. As a thought criminal, you get called all kinds of names. Sexist, misogynist, homophobic, xenophobic, hateful, just all kinds of nonsense, right? And I'm sure you heard these buzzwords thrown around a lot. And honestly, it's time to put this shit to rest now. Seriously, people, just grow a thicker skin. If you're going to be on the internet and you can't handle people calling you misogynist, just pack it up now, honestly, because that's all they got at this point. That's all they can do. I'm just going to lay it on the line here and just keep it 100, as the kids say. You got to pull an Ezra Levant. Look him up. It's absolutely Ezra Levant. Like, he's being deposed. It's a great video. So what? Someone calls you a sexist, a homophobe, a misogynist, a xenophobe, a racist. Stop apologizing. For the love of Christ, stop apologizing. It does not matter if the person calls you a racist. It does not matter if a person calls you a sexist. It is completely irrelevant if a person calls you a homophobe. For Christ's sake, stop apologizing. If you say that a $15 minimum wage is going to hurt more people than it helps, and someone calls you, someone throws a claim at you that you just hate poor people or that you're greedy, does that change the fact that minimum wage cuts a lot of young people out of the workforce? If you say that the sky is not green, and someone says you're a climate denier, does this change the fact that the sky is not green? If you say, for the love of Christ, if you say there are only two genders, and someone calls you a transphobe, does that change the fact that biologically there are only two genders? And that the people talking about 3 and 5 and 70 and 96, that these people are just variations of the same spectrum. If I put mayonnaise on a sandwich that had no mayonnaise on it, this does not make it a new sandwich. If I put more mayonnaise on a sandwich, it does not change the fact that it is still a sandwich. You're either male or female. If people want to call you a misogynist, a homophobe, a racist, a transphobe, that's fine, but you are still only male or female. See, back in the good old days of philosophy, this used to be called an ad hominem. This meant that you were attacking someone as a person rather than addressing their arguments. Now, there's a different form of ad hominem for arguments, like basically saying, well, that argument is stupid. That's not much better either. But if you say, if I say cats have tails, and you say you hate dogs, therefore your argument is to be dismissed. This is not an argument. It used to be that if you started throwing around insults and name-calling people, that you had lost the argument. You obviously had nothing substantial to offer to the discussion, so therefore you had already lost. And that way it was an immediate win to the other person. Now, the discussion and the atmosphere and the climate and the discourse has eroded so far that people feel the need to put disclaimers. Hey, this is just my opinion. I'm not saying all things here. I'm generalizing. I understand there are exceptions. I'm not a racist. I'm not a homophobe. I'm not a sexist. But so and so on and so forth. It doesn't matter. Pull an Ezra Levant. Even if you do call me a sexist or a homophobe, say I hated women, which is a topic for another video altogether. I can't understand the concept that straight men hate women. This is nonsense. That's another issue for another day. Say I hate women. I think they all should be barefoot and pregnant, and that they're just baby-making factories, and that they have no place in the workplace. Say that's my personal belief. Does that change the fact that the wage gap between men and women is actually only 7%, and that 7% is due to women's choices. No, that's subjective reality. Does it change the fact that women generally don't work as hard as men? Generally, no. So even if you do call me a sexist, you call me a misogynist, or you just call me a woman hater, it does not change the objective reality, because an ad hominem is not an argument. Thank you for your time. I am the Thought Criminal, and these are my dangerous ideas.